저번에 만들어놨던 동그랑땡 그냥 몇 개 구워서 아침으로 그냥 먹을게요. 없다. 괜찮아.
Kommt zum zweiten Schritt. Wenn ich hier unter dem Reiter Report stellt man dann auch noch ein, welche sind eben verschiedene Konzentrationen hergestellt. Die Folien sind
이거 좀 넣어서 같이 먹을게요. 오징어 짬뽕.
I don't wanna let this go. I was all alone like you. Hold back 'cause everyone knows I was Everybody can fly like this. Everybody chill out right now. Coming down to why we pay mind to anyone. Why we play like 'cause everybody knows everybody can love like this. Everybody can love like that. From that, so what? You got me, we got our love like everyone else. Don't wanna give up my soul. I was done not like you. Forget about my self-control. All I thought about was Everybody can fly like this. Everybody chill out right now. Coming down to why we pay mind to anyone. Why we play like 'cause everybody knows everybody can love like this. Everybody can love like that. From that, so what? You got me, we got our love. All the apparitions, they come at me like this. And every kind of story I worry I might miss. Every time I look up, I'm running from mine. We got off and we can't recover the time. If I couldn't go back and stand in the same place, I'd do anything just to see you the same way. I don't care for nothing as long as you're mine.
최대한 쓰려고. Ich mache Video.
Ja.
Oh mein Gott. 아, 미치겠네.
Auch noch unterschiedliche Größen von Kartonen. Das heißt, wenn wir dieses auch gefunden haben, das sind jetzt 10 überall drauf der Ertrag.
Unsere Probe wird falsch.
아, Licht.
Ganz unten den.
hätte gern, was? Chini Fresh mit Gouda? Ja, genau. Und einmal kleine Cappuccino.
Das heißt, ich kann auch hier auch Energie eliminieren durch das Annähern. Das Stabilisieren wird die Klappe auf.
Physikalische Praktikum immer langweilig. Ja, ja. Süß. Nice. Ich bin dick geboren. Dick.
I don't wanna let this go. I was all alone like you. Hold back 'cause everyone knows I was holding out on you. Everybody confront like this. Everybody chill out right now. Coming down to why we ain't blind to anyone. Why we play like 'cause everybody knows. Everybody can love like this. Everybody can love like that. From that. But so what? You got me. We got our love like everyone else.
Hat jemand jetzt irgendwelche Fragen explizit? Wie sind die Verhältnisse dazwischen? Hier haben wir ein 1:1, hier haben wir 3:1.
Welches Thema hast du? 13. Worüber? Aber ich bin nervös.